Hello, and welcome to another session of Gotham by Night. A Lost Mind. Today, our story takes us away from the typical plots and planning and drama that was unfolding amongst our other characters. Tonight, the camera takes us to an area that we have not seen yet before. Gotham General, the old Gotham General, now abandoned and lost to time in the ruins of the old city of Gotham. Unused, as most people say. Abandoned, forgotten. A homeless respite for those that do not have one. Or so the rumors go. However, deep inside this hospital, electricity still flows. Lights still work. Monitors and medical equipment lie strewn about certain rooms. Figures move in the dark. Syringes are used. Tables, implements, odd items, paperwork, blood, odd feelings. These are things that lurk in the shadows. Our story takes us to a room. Outside of the room, there is a small placard. It says Patient 1. Inside the room, there is only one body. A girl, maybe 18, maybe a little older, unsure. Long black hair, innocent face, dressed in typical garb that most patients in a hospital wear. Unconscious. IVs coming out of her arm to a very strange mix of fluids to the right. A heart monitor slowly beats to the right side. It's at this point the girl wakes up.
Mm. Where am I?
You slowly come to consciousness and look
And
around. You see a dim hospital room, very dim light. IV and heart monitor off to your right. A sink and cabinets lie off to your left. There is no one else in the room but you, so it seems.
I'm not like tied down or anything. I'm just hooked up to an IV.
You do look down, and your arms are indeed strapped to the table.
Hey, I call for help.
Start calling for help.
Yes.
The loud echoes don't seem to penetrate the room. Call for a moment. 10 minutes pass. 20 minutes pass. Half an hour passes. No one comes. You feel an emotional surge of fear and panic. You feel captured and condensed. What happened? How did you get here? Why are you here? Where are your parents? You don't know. Fear spikes through you. You feel an unbelievable sense of fear, which slowly turns to a small sense of anger. As you feel that anger quell, you can feel the straps on your arms tighten as you pull against them. And I have your character sheet here, so I will go ahead and roll the dice for you. Because I know probably what you're going to do.
Probably. How do I roll the dice onto this thing, or?
You would roll them in Discord, but I already rolled for you on the thing. So for now, don't worry about it. You struggle against the bands. And all of a sudden, with the sudden rage and fear that you feel, you completely rip the straps off. And you are no longer restrained to the bed.
Okay. Am I see?
You look around. There's not much here, although you haven't checked the cupboards yet.
Hmm. Or the cabinets and basically any drawers. I even look under the bed for, well, why not?
Okay. I'll go ahead and roll a perception check for you here.
Okay. Oh, is there like a camera in the hospital room?
I'll let you know after the sorry. I'll let you know after the perception check. You look around and you start searching through the drawers and the cabinets, and then you look around for a camera. And you do see one up in the corner. However, it's turned off. Typically, cameras of this nature will have a red light showing that they are recording and on. This one is off. And it seems to be fairly fancy. It seems to be one of those automated raise cameras where when it's off, they kind of like lower down and just point at the floor. And when they're on, they raise up. This one is pointed down, lowered at the floor, and the red light is off. As you search through the cabinets, you find a couple bags that are sealed, marked only as patient one's belongings. You find a set of clothes, standard jeans and a shirt. You find whatever identification you had on you at the time, and any other personal belongings your character would have on her.
I take a minute to change into my own clothes. And
As you change into your own clothes, you find a sense of familiarity amongst yourself as you put on the clothes that you were to wear, and the fear somewhat subsides. You're still in a strange room in a strange place. There appears to be no identification around. However, when you take a closer look at the front of the bed, you can see some notes. Subject 1. Extreme M. Classified. Patient is still out. Will report when next test is complete. And then, of course, you see some medical paperwork there, but that's about it.
Okay. Is there a window?
Yes, it is if you've ever been in a hospital, it's basically a hospital door. It's got the little, that little window right there, kind of in the door. It's kind of a rectangle shaped. You can kind of peer out.
Is there a window where I can like try to figure out like what floor I'm on, or
No, there is no window in the room. The only window is at the door.
okay? I go to the door, look through the window first.
You look through the window and it's a little bit hazy, but you notice that the hallways are very poorly lit. However, you can see a couple flickering lights kind of down the hallway. You don't really seem to see any movement or anything else. It's difficult to see out of this window because it's one of those kind of smudgy windows that's hard to see out of.
Mm. Yeah, I know what you mean. I try to open the door.
Open the door. Opening a door from the inside is usually fairly easy since
Hmm.
it's usually turn the handle, door opens. You step out into a somewhat poorly lit hallway. There are three directions, one right in front and then two off to your left and right from the door you have exited. Your head is throbbing. It feels like someone put your head into a soda can crusher and started to slowly squeeze. And now you've had, feels like maybe it was afterwards and you've had time to rest, but your head is just sore. It hurts all around like an extreme migraine that just won't go away.
Uh, hit with something. I move one of my hands up just to kind of like feel if I've got like any bumps or bruises or anything. Else.
You, you feel around. There is
Mhm.
no signs of a bump, no signs of concussion. You check your ears. There is no blood, no hemorrhaging.
Well, guess I should figure out where I am and possibly find some medicine. Medicine doesn't expire. Eeny, meeny. I'll go straight for now.
Right. You go straight. You proceed on down the hallway. You walk down this very empty, poorly lit. You can see a couple stretcher push tables nearby, the things they carry patients on. You can walk by a few other rooms that are dark, unable to be seen. Most any door you see off to your left or right is locked. The lights above you start to buzz and flicker a bit, but then come back on. Proceed on down the hallway till eventually you get to a set of double doors. On the side of the door, they're push doors with the silver bars in the middle. You can
Hmm.
see two windows on each door, once again faded and hard to see out of. You can see a handprint on the right side door. It is somewhat blackened now, but there is indeed a handprint of maybe blood.
Is it on my side of the door or the other side?
It is on your side of the door.
Okay. I move one of my hands over to see if it like similar without actually.
The handprint is slightly larger than yours.
Okay. I try to open the door.
You give the door a slight little click. You push the door open. You enter out into what appears to be a waiting room. There is a wheelchair off to your right. stained black, what you think is probably blood. On the floor, there are smears and footprints of blood. There are no bodies, nothing. There is broken glass off to the left on the check in window where someone typically checks in patients. The glass appears to be broken inward. Shards scatter everywhere. There are no bodies, no people, just a decent amount of blood here and there. Smears, splashes.
Um, is there another way out of the room, or is it just the door that I'm in?
As you proceed through the door, you can see that there appears to be a bathroom off to your right. But if you look off to your left, you think you can see entryway doors that lead out into the night.
Okay. I head toward, not calling out, just trying to be quiet as possible and um, trying to like avoid the glass.
Indeed, you step around the glass and avoid it best you can. It's scattered everywhere. However, typically you can just kind of shove it along. You're not barefoot, luckily, so you can kind of get around it without making a lot of noise. You get to the front door. There's not much light out front here. Most of the lights have stopped working out here. However, you can see that the door leads out to the night street and it is raining.
Okay, I look around trying to see if there's like any trace of anyone else in the room before like moving towards the door.
You can see outside the door.
Uh-huh.
There appears to be a man in a brown hoodie standing outside. It looks like he's smoking a cigarette. He hasn't appeared to have noticed you.
Can I anything else besides hoodie or?
You don't see, he's got his back to you. So you can't really see much else other than the rain and the fact that the door leads to what looks like to be a street. You can see a street light kind of out near the side, but that's about it.
Okay, I I want it just to see if he's gonna come back in or not.
So you wait a bit. You wait. Seems to finish his cigarette. Answers a phone call. And then he seems to walk on past the door. He leaves out into the night.
Okay, I wait a few more minutes before trying to open the door.
Okay.
He's not gonna. I will go.
You wait.
Hello. Hello,
You open the
miss.
door
What's up? What's up, pup?
out into the night
He's not gonna give you attention.
and the pouring rain.
No, ma'am. He's not gonna give you
You are on a street.
attention. No, ma'am. No attention from
It's on somewhat of a hill. Going off to the left is downhill, going off to the right is a bit uphill. Nice little drizzle happening, but nothing too crazy.
All right. Hey, bud,
I said that there was a hill, and you step out onto the street. Left is going down, the right is going up.
Okay.
There's a bit of a drizzle happening. It's raining.
All right. Which direction did the man in the hoodie go?
Man in the hoodie went right, uphill.
One more time, please. I'm sorry.
He went to the right, uphill.
Okay. Um, after taking another quick, I decide to head downhill.
No.
Okay,
she messed
you
with
proceed on down to the left, down the hill.
Mhm.
Rain spattering you a little bit. There are very old buildings, similar to the old remnants of Chicago. Walk around looking for possible names or locations of where you might be. And you do look back to the hospital that you were in, and it says Gotham General. You know where Gotham is. Gotham is a city on the East Coast. But where you were born was at least a good 3 states over. You are not even in your same state anymore.
They should have a payphone or something around here. My
One
parents.
would assume. All right. It takes you some time, but you're eventually able to find a public payphone, so to speak. It's the year 2025, and Gotham City is the most technologically advanced city on the East Coast. You go to a very interesting looking public phone. It's a bit fancier than a simple payphone. Did Jade have any cash on her?
A couple of bucks, like most.
That will be enough.
I
Put
should
in a
hope so.
dollar. Takes it. Scan opens, and a voice comes on, and a woman's face smiles and looks at you. Hello, welcome to Gotham City Public Service Terminal. How may I help you today?
I would like to place a long distance call, please, to Chicago in the East Coast. York, please.
Of course. In other words, Metropolis. Patching through your call to Metropolis. Please hold.
Thank you.
The number you have currently dialed is calling, and you can see a little calling display happen up.
It rings. It rings.
We're sorry. Apparently, whoever you're trying to call is not there. Is there anything else I can assist you with tonight?
Um. Oh, my dad's my dad's work phone. I give them. It's a cell, so
Rings.
link. Yep. Okay.
Dialing. We're sorry. The number you have dialed is no longer in service. Please check your number and try
What?
again.
That can't be right. He just got a. What other services do you provide, please?
We can provide information This is a public access terminal. Whether you need a phone call, information, or other things, we can do it. If you wish to ask for help, here are a list of options you can choose below.
Screen kind of pops up on the side, and it just gives you kind of a list of information you can get.
Okay, I'm mainly looking for a place that I can the night. I mean, like a YMCA or something.
Analyzing. Closest shelter is about 3 blocks away from you. Here is the address and a picture. Do you require any other assistance?
Uh, is he, please?
What'd you say?
Street map. She doesn't know Gotham, so an address by itself isn't
Oh,
really gonna help her.
A street map pops up.
Okay. I'm gonna make it there. Cabs are expensive.
So you're gonna head on over.
Yeah.
As you turn around, you almost bump headfirst into this woman and an umbrella.
I'm sorry. I'm all done here. I'm sorry. I try to like step around her.
She goes to intercept you and steps in front of you.
Um, can I help you, miss?
Well, you may be able to, but I'd be more than happy to help you. Believe me, my dear, you don't want to go to that shelter. It's Gotham has lost its touch for helping the homeless.
The homeless. It's just well, it's really really crazy, and I got here, and my parents aren't picking up the phone.
Okay, well, it's okay, dear. Listen, why don't you me and my boyfriend, we own a gym. We've got a spare room upstairs.
Mm.
Why don't you come with us? You can use our phone, and you won't have to worry. Okay?
Really?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Uh, i- is that
All right.
yes? So much.
Of course. Come on, my dear. And she escorts you with her umbrella through the rain, and you eventually get to what looks like a on the side street of one of the older kind of districts. You can see in big bright neon letters and a flashy kind of cyberpunk-esque sign, Gold's Gym.
Hmm.
And she says, all right, just let me get the door for you and we'll get you on in out of the cold, okay? I've got a thing of soup on the
Okay.
oven if you want.
Yes, please. I love soup.
Indeed. She fiddles with a couple keys for a moment and then she puts one in the lock and opens the back door. You step on inside. The front main bottom floor is a massive boxing gym. To the right, there is a ring with a full, set. There are punching bags off to the left and right. And off to the further right, there's a kitchen and then a stairwell leading upstairs. And then just below the stairwell is kind of a little living room kind of area.
Looking around wide-eyed.
Oh, why, thank you. Yes, me and my boyfriend, we like to, we like to teach the arts that we learned a long time ago, and we figured we might as well, make a little business out of it. Here, let's get you out of that jacket. She pulls off your wet jacket and hangs it up. And she says, here's a thing
Sorry,
of
I am yet.
Oh, where are my manners? My name is Jess.
You.
Just Mary Can. And what is your
Okay.
name, my dear?
I'm Jade. Um,
Jade. Beautiful name. Pleasure to meet you.
thank you.
She hands you a bowl of very warm, what looks like chicken noodle soup with some other kind of meat in it.
Like,
She sits, you sit down at this little
It's
table that's in the kitchen.
ah. This looks really good. I've never had noodle soup with another meat in here. I take a bite.
Take a bite. It's actually quite good. Depending upon how your taste buds are. What they've added into it is they've added a little bit of beef as well, so it's actually more of a beef and chicken stew, and it's pretty good if you like it. It's warm. It's warming up your body very slowly. It was very cold outside due to the fact it's getting close to winter, and feels and tastes really good. Um, when you start sipping at the soup, you feel the strain of your headache kind of go away, and your mind starts to clear a bit. You see a flash of memory. A woman you don't recognize. You appear to be viewing this memory through first person. There is a woman on the ground, on the street, somewhere. Concrete, maybe. You feel pain and rage flow through you. You can see whatever eyes you are looking through as a fist smacks down into the woman, again and again, until she stops moving. Your vision returns. You're still here, looking down at the soup that you just took a couple bites of. What was that just now? You don't know.
I carefully put the bowl down before I drop it. Uh, and I start to like rub my head a little bit.
The pain has subsided, but
Mhm.
there's a minor static feel, although most of the pain has left. Jess looks at you very calmly across the table. Are you all right, Jade?
Yeah, I think so. It's I laugh a little bit. Crazy. It's totally crazy. Like you wouldn't even like if you saw it, you would just like, okay, here we go, type of crazy. Oh boy.
She kind of raises an eyebrow. She says, "You're not crazy, my dear. Try me."
Like I take a deep breath and look her in the eyes. Okay. I woke up strapped in that old hospital them, and I have no idea how I got there. I my and a little bit of money. I When you found me, I was trying to call my parents home, and no, I tried to call their cell phone because he got a promotion, and it should have been on. But sir, and I remember being in New York yesterday. When I was eating, I saw I just shake my head a little bit. It, it hurting a woman, but I don't know. I'm sorry, crazy. I don't.
You're not crazy, Jade. That's what happens when you
Huh?
take the energy of a memory that is not yours.
I just look at her in confusion. It's like, what do you?
Tell me, Jade, how old are you right now?
I'm sorry.
How
I-
old are you right now?
I'm 18. I
Hmm.
I turned 18.
That is typically when it starts. Right. Headaches, migraines, voices.
Head hurt. Uh, no voice. Head hurt. I was hooked up to this IV thing, so maybe I was. I I There was a guy
Tell me,
outside
Jade,
the
when
hospital. Huh?
tell me, Jade, when you turned 18 on your 18th birthday, did you start to feel different?
Not really.
Perhaps they took longer to manifest. Jade, tell me, when you look out into the night, into the darkness, do you ever think there's anything out there lurking back, watching you?
Not since I was a little girl. I, I've lived in New York my whole life, and Mom always said, "Don't look right." He never really did. We had a small house, but it was like little neighborhood.
Smallville. Yes, I've been out there once or twice. Nice place.
Huh?
Tell me, Jade,
Y-
this world that you live in, what if I told you that it's just a blanket, a cover? There is another world beneath, a world that you don't see until now.
Uh, um, like my eyes kind of like start like, oh, crazy person. Um, Jess, I don't understand why you're asking me these. Have we met before, or you've been to New York?
I've been to New York, yes. No, we have not met before. But we have things in common. Well, I suppose I should tell you the quick version, and I'll work you into it as things go by. Well,
Okay.
the short version is the world that you know, the world that you see, people walking by, going day to day, arriving at work, going home, making families. It's all a lie. There is another world underneath, a world that most people don't see, a world inhabited by monsters. And unfortunately for you, Jade, your eyes are now going to be open to that world, just like mine were all those years ago.
Uh, you mean like the gangs, or a cult or something? I like back in my chair a little
No,
bit.
my dear. No, my dear. The world of the supernatural.
Uh,
I
oh,
imagine that you've read books and watched the TV with the vigilantes, yes? Or as some call them, superheroes.
well, yeah. I mean, who doesn't? You mean like Buffy?
Similar. You see that man flying around on the TV in the dressed as a bat, or the one who dresses in bright red and blue. They are just figureheads. The real world is much darker than superheroes and vigilantes. For the supernatural world is real, and it is not a pretty place.
So, some grabbed me and brought me here, is what you're trying to say?
Well, I believe that is the case, yes.
Uh, and you, I'm just looking, not just still scared out of my mind, but just like looking at her. It's like you were planning alone when you found me.
I had no intention of finding you, or I have nothing to do with your kidnapping. I just saw more than a normal person would when they look at you.
What
You
do
are
you mean?
not human anymore, Jade. You're not human. Not anymore.
Uh, I'm not a vampire, if that's what you're trying to say. Right, I'm not. Uh,
No, my dear, you're not a kindred.
okay,
You're not a wolf.
sounds
You're not
good.
a mage.
Okay.
You are not one of the children of Lilith. And she's starting to walk towards you. You are something different. You're like me. We are similar to the kindred, Jade, but we do not feed off the blood and the taint. We feed off the mind. We feed off the memories. We feed off the psychic energies of other things. Sometimes the memories come back in flashes and we cannot control it, but it is our curse, but it is also our gift. You know they've been there this whole time, Jade. The voices talking to you. You've seen things that others didn't believe. Maybe a ghost, maybe something else, something odd. And the whole time no one would believe you. Am I catching on?
Uh, not. I mean, besides what happened to me tonight, I um looked down a little bit nervously. Um, I don't get anyone. Um,
Tell me, Jade, have you heard of something called ESP? Telekinesis? Telepathy? Have you heard of all these things?
yeah,
Hmm.
we had Stephen King books at the library. Um,
That man was not too far off in some of his writings. It was pretty accurate description. Well, I don't want to scare you more in this life, but we have a phone here, and until you can reach your parents, you are welcome to stay here. But be warned, Jade. This is something that you should learn to deal with, and I can help you with that. She reaches out and she kind of touches your forehead a little bit.
mm-hmm. Um,
And at that point, Jade, you feel all of the pain go away. The memory that you just had of that first person vision of beating that woman, it's gone. You don't even, you can't remember it. It's not there anymore. But you can see it in fuzzy and kind of hazy remembrance. But to try and remember it clearly is now impossible. The emotion and the feeling that you had in that memory is gone.
I just look at her and like a type of wonder. It's like, yes, go into my head.
She smiles. She gives a little nod. She hands you what appears to be like a burner phone, or a burner phone in 2025. So the Samsung Galaxy 3, even though now it's on Galaxy 26. So says you can use that for now. I'm gonna finish up your soup, and you can rest up, and we'll see if we can't get a hold of your parents tomorrow.
Um,
You should tell them what has happened, and we must discuss where to go from here. You should allow me to teach you the ways of what's going to be happening to you. Otherwise, you could be a danger to yourself and others.
Uh, oh, she's
I
just.
know it's a bit hard to take in.
I, I just don't. I've never done anything that's like supernatural. I think I remember making chairs, setting fire to something, but
You reach back for a memory as you feel the fear and the anger well up inside you again. The emotion starts to quell, and then it rises almost to the peak of your forehead. You feel a slight burning sensation at the tips of your temples, and you notice that the soup bowl is now levitating 5 feet off the table.
uh, like put like uh, Jess, the bowl.
She's looking down at the bowl and then looks back at you.
Like,
I'm not doing that.
I put it down.
You relax the strain, and the bowl rests.
Uh, like I
You feel an effort of will move out of you, and you feel the burning go away. And your mind, it feels like typically when you like get a part of your body, like your hand, really, really warm or really cold, and then you switch temperatures quickly. That's what your head feels like.
okay. Does the bowl like slowly
You
lower
were
or just crashes?
oh, like it, like you kind of release it enough, and it just kind of sets down on the table. And Jess says, "You were saying."
I have no idea how that happened or
Hmm.
why.
You
But
well, either way, it may take some time before your parents get here, even if you're able to reach them tomorrow. There's been a bit of a problem with the phone lines recently out of Gotham City to Metropolis due to the extreme weather. Why don't I teach you a bit about how to
rain?
use these powers? Yes, the rain has, even in this day and age, for whatever reason, the weather still wins out when it comes to signals. Why don't I teach you how to manifest some of these abilities you're learning? So that when you return to your parents, you will know the cost of this gift and the price of the curse, so that you do not become a danger to yourself and to others.
You keep calling it a what? What do
It
you
is
mean?
both a gift and a curse. You will be able to do things that most humans can't. You will be able to move quicker, read minds, see things that others can't. But there is a price. For every day you wake up, you will slowly gain a hunger for the psychic energies of other living beings and dead ones. If you do not feed, your mind will begin to deteriorate and take damage until you are nothing but a husk. You have read the stories of the vampires, yes?
Dracula?
Indeed. What did
That
Dracula have to do to maintain himself?
he drank blood? Uh,
Yes, he did. Except instead of blood, my dear, you would be feeding on the psychic essence of a person.
uh, but I don't want to kill anybody.
You won't have to as long as you control it. However, what memories and what psychic energies you absorb, that is uncontrollable. That will be the cost. However, I can teach you to not lose control if you are willing.
I just nod my head and kind of like have a death grip on the cell phones in my hand.
You feel a little bit of fear, but you're calm. I mean, you've just been told some wild stuff. But maybe now you can see, as the memories return, why they kept you in the basement, why they kept you secluded, why they didn't want you going to parties, why there were so many questions always asked, why there were so many strange devices in that room. Maybe now things will start to make more sense. You don't know why you woke in that hospital, and you don't know how you got here. Perhaps you will find answers. You call the number one more time, just for a peace of mind. Your father's cell rings and rings, and then you hear a voice answer. Hello? Who is this?
Daddy?
Hey, whoa. Hey, no. This isn't Jim. This is Bill, one of his coworkers. Is this Jade? Yeah. Your father's
Yes.
left. He's left his
I'm
phone here
sorry.
for three. Yeah,
Huh?
yeah. He left his phone here for a couple nights. We haven't seen him for a couple days. He was supposed to come into work yesterday, but he didn't. His phone's still here at the office. I heard it ringing just as I was about ready to leave.
He hasn't been at work yet?
Nah, he was supposed to come in
Have you
yesterday
tried?
around 7 a.m. Yeah, well, his phone was here, so I couldn't call his personal phone. I mean, you know him. He never puts this thing down. Tried calling the house. There was no answer. Hey, Jade, is everything okay?
No, I'm trying to find him. Did they say anything about a vacation or a, a tr-
Well, I mean, there was that. I think I heard a mention of it. there was that weird guy at your folks' house. Yeah, he was the traveling salesman guy. He had that big, like, Bahama trip thing or whatever. But I mean, come on, they would have, like, told you about that.
Uh, I I haven't even been at the house for a while.
Huh? That's odd.
What
Hey,
salesman?
well, he's just one of those guys. He just sells. The people who try and sell trips and whatever from the companies, like that old Carnival cruise thing that was going on not too long ago, trying to get tickets sold.
Car- Carnival? There wasn't a carnival.
Well, yeah, like the huh. Hey, hey, Jade, I can see your house from across the street here.
What?
Why are there a bunch of cop cars out in front of your house? Well, yeah, I'm looking out across the street. Your house isn't that far from here. Why are there a bunch of cop cars over at your house? Flashing lights and everything. They're putting up police tape. Jade, are you okay?
No.
Um,
I'm.
okay.
Could you
Hey,
possibly?
hey, it's okay. Yeah, yeah. I'll go on over. Hey, hold on. Hear the phone get put on mute. The next 20 minutes of your life, Jade, are probably the most agonizing minutes you've ever had to wait. But you wait. You just hear the blank screen, the blank sound on the end of the phone. Eventually, voice comes back on. It sounds like Bill. Hey, Jade. Hey. Yeah, I'm here.
What's going?
There's a little bit of a pause. He says, oh, yeah, the police are looking for your dad and mom, Jade. Appear to be missing. Hey, we'll be okay. We got a lot of people working on it. It's fine. It's all right.
They were fine when I last saw them. Do I need to
You know,
talk to others?
um, I, you hear kind of a muffled voice. It says, "Hey, the daughter's on the phone." Yeah. Hey, what are you doing? No, get it. You hear the phone kind of get muffled and blocked. Hey, what the hell are you do? And you hear the phone drop after
Bill?
about a couple minutes. You can hear the phone getting picked up. Who is this?
You? Where's Bill?
This is Agent Dickinson of the FBI. Who is this?
Jade. I'm Jade. Bill worked with my house. What's going on?
Right. Hey. Yep, we got her. Track the call.
Sir? Is
There's no
Bill
reply.
okay?
No reply. Yeah. Yeah, we're tracking it now. See if we can't find her. What are you doing over here, idiot? Keep her on the line.
Tracking. I start looking around and like, Jess, Jess.
Jess immediately, she wasn't that far. She immediately comes running in
Jess.
and she grabs your cell phone. She grabs the cell phone and pushes the end call button. And then she takes out the little chip that's on the back of the cell phones. And then she immediately tosses it into the decompressor on the sink. And it just gets shredded to pieces.
Like the FBI are at my house, Jess. That my parents are missing, and his coworker. Something was going on. What's happening? What's going on?
She looks at the clock and she's like, "Okay, it was only about 20 seconds. Shouldn't be long enough for them to track you."
Why would they need to track me?
She kneels down and puts one hand on
Anything wrong?
either shoulder. Jade, calm down. Calm down.
Calm down. My parents are missing. They
Jade, it's okay. Calm down. Please. We'll figure this out, okay?
Bill sounded like he got hurt. The FBI.
I can't
Did something tell me?
I can't do Jade, I can't do anything for him. I can't do anything for your parents. But I can help you. Okay? But you're just going to have to trust me on this. I think what we just discussed, what you are, someone after you. And you need to trust me on this, okay? You can't call anyone you know. I'll keep you here and we'll help you get through this and we'll find your parents if we can. But for now, you just have to stay quiet and low, okay? Stay here and I will help. I'll help you get through this. But I don't think I don't know. I don't know if you will. I don't know what I can do for your friends and family. But I know I can help you.
I don't feel so good. I feel so good.
A little bit of energy. You feel the energy swell up inside you. You feel your vision go a little bit blurry. And then your sight changes just a little bit. You see your vision darken just a bit and go gray. And you can see outlines of things that you didn't see before. You can see Jess in front of you with a small aura about her, blue in color. You can see small little glowing orange butterflies flying around here or there. You can see colors swirl. Take a close little look over to the right where there's a little mirror. And you look inside the mirror. And you see you with a strange ring of color around your head. And you can see a ghost-like figure standing behind you. Pain starts to swell inside you again. And you just can't take it anymore. You lose consciousness as you fall forward. into Jess's arms. And that's where we'll end our session tonight. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another session in Gotham by Night. I'll see you all later.